All right, today we're diving into a car that's, well, it's more than just a car, isn't it? It's a philosophy. It's a statement. It's a moving piece of design, and it's a vision for the future, all wrapped up in one incredibly sleek package. So let's get right into the Polestar 2.
You know, this quote right here, it just nails the whole vibe of the Polestar 2. It's not about yelling from the rooftops, being the loudest car on the road. It's about being the smartest one in the room. This is all about quiet confidence, where the performance is proven through precision and intelligence, not just, raw, noisy power.
And that's exactly it. This thing is a manifesto on wheels. So we're not just going to look at numbers and specs. You can find those anywhere. We're going to dig into the why behind this car. Why does it look the way it does? Why does it feel the way it does? Let's find out.
Okay, so first things first, what's Polestar even all about? Why does this brand exist? Well, they were created to challenge the old way of doing things in the car world. The goal was never just to make another electric car, but to pioneer a totally new kind of luxury, one that's sustainable, super advanced, and completely driven by purpose.
And the bedrock of this whole vision is something called Scandinavian minimalism. But hey, this isn't just a fancy design term, it's a whole way of thinking. Every single line, every material, every feature, it's there for a very specific reason. If it doesn't serve a real purpose, it's gone. It's all about creating this beautiful, calm, focused space for the driver by focusing purely on function. So that's the big idea, right? But how do you take that philosophy and turn it into something you can actually see and touch and drive? Well, this is where that vision becomes a reality. This is where the ideas are shaped into metal, glass, and some really innovative materials. And you see it right away just looking at the outside of this thing. The shape is this gorgeous, clean, sculpted fastback. The headlights are that cool, evolved Thor's hammer design. But the really clever part? Check out the grille. That's what they call the smart zone. I mean, think about it. An EV doesn't need a giant radiator, right? So instead of a fake grille, they turn that space into the sensory hub of the car, packing it with cameras and radar. It's just a brilliant example of function defining the form.
And that revolution, it absolutely continues when you step inside. On one side, you've got your traditional idea of luxury. On the other, Polestar's vision. So instead of leather, you get weave tech, a super durable, 100% vegan material. Instead of tons of flashy chrome, you have these beautiful panels made from repurposed wood. What you're seeing here is a total redefinition of what premium even means. It's a shift away from excess and towards intelligence and sustainability.
All right, but a car has to be fun to drive, right? Of course, but Polestar's take on performance is different. It's not about brute force. It's about sophisticated, responsive, and just absolutely thrilling power that's delivered silently and with incredible efficiency.
So let's just glance at the numbers here. You've got the long-range, single-motor version, which is all about max efficiency, giving you that classic, fun rear-wheel drive push. But if you want a true sports car experience, the dual motor with the performance pack gives you a jaw-dropping 476 horsepower. It'll get you to 100 kilometers an hour in just 4.2 seconds. That, my friends, is some serious, instant, put-a-smile-on-your-face acceleration.
But look, the performance pack is so much more than just going fast in a straight line. It's all about how the car feels in your hands. It adds legendary All-Ins dampers, which you can actually adjust manually to get the perfect ride. It's got massive Brembo brakes for unbelievable stopping power, and you can't miss those signature Swedish gold calipers. And because the battery is built right into the floor, the whole chassis is 35% stiffer, which makes the handling incredibly sharp and agile.
Okay, so we've talked about the why behind this car and the how they built it. Now let's get to the what. What's it actually like to live with this thing every day? What does all this incredible design and engineering mean for you, the driver?
Let's just let this number sink in for a second. 659 kilometers of range on a single charge. That's not just a spec on a page. That's freedom. That's the end of range anxiety. That means road trips, long commutes, spontaneous adventures, all without that nagging feeling of where the next plug is.
And the tech inside is just as freeing. I mean, the Polestar 2 was the very first car in the world to have Google's Android Automotive OS built right in. Now, what does that mean? It means it's not just mirroring your phone. Google Maps, the Assistant, the Play Store, it's all native to the car. It's completely seamless. Plus, with over-the-air updates, the car literally gets better and smarter while it's sitting in your driveway.
And speaking of getting better, Polestar is not a company that likes to sit still. Their whole philosophy is about constant improvement, and the updates they've rolled out for the 2026 model are the perfect proof of that.
First up, longer range. They've managed to push the efficiency even further, which means you can go farther on a single charge. It's a huge deal. Simple as that.
Next up, faster charging. This one is a massive quality of life improvement. It means drastically less time waiting around at a charger and way more time actually on the road.
And finally, smarter tech. The whole system is just snappier and more responsive. It makes that seamless user experience we talked about feel even more intuitive and just a joy to use.
So how much faster are we talking? Well, check this out. The new standard range model can go from 10% to 80% charge in just 26 minutes. Think about that. That's a coffee break. That is an absolute game changer for just living with an EV.
So here's the quick rundown of what's new. The standard range gets a new battery, which bumps its range up to 554 kilometers and allows for that super fast 180 kilowatt charging. There's a beautiful new dune color. The performance pack gets new lightweight wheels to improve handling even more. And for you music lovers out there, there's an optional, absolutely incredible Bowers & Wilkins sound system to turn your car into a concert hall.
So all of this kind of leads to one big question, doesn't it? When you put together this level of design, this commitment to sustainable innovation, thrilling performance, and tech that's constantly getting better, is this it? Is this what the future of the premium car actually looks like?
When you boil it all down, the Polestar 2 really is a rolling manifesto. It's for people who believe that luxury isn't about having more. It's about having what matters. It's a car that demonstrates its power not by shouting, but through quiet competence, sharp precision, and a design that will look good for decades. It's an incredible piece of engineering and, honestly, a truly motivational machine. Thanks so much for joining me to break it all down.